Welcome back, students, to the second part of this particular presentation for Indian Ethos and Management. I hope you might have understood the basic contents of Indian Ethos. Now moving forward, where is the need of the Indian Ethos? The need is for the management attitude, for humanizing organization, for interiorizing or self-management, for self-introspection, for brain stilling, for stepping back, for self-dynamizing meditation, for role of intuition or the feeling. So basically, when we are talking about the need of the Indian ethos, the need comes into picture because if we are not comfortable enough handling the organization and with the people, the organization cannot run successfully in the Indian circumstances. So that is where we need the Indian ethos and the management strategies also. So let us explain this. I'll explain this one by one. Management attitude. Top management must have firm belief in values-oriented holistic management of business. The management is called upon to meet expectations of all stakeholders like employees, customers, citizens and shareholders and fulfill the social responsibility. Profit is earned through service and satisfaction of all these interested parties. So if the attitude of the management is towards a holistic approach, then obviously all the people concerned with the organization, they are all satisfied, their expectations are met, and they can work in tandem together. Humanizing organization. There are three aspects of humane organization: interpersonal relations, man-machine equation, and inner management, both mentally and spiritually. An organization can create best interpersonal relations based on promotion from within, equality, autonomy, self-esteem, and fraternal affection. Unity, harmony, and effective communication can assure team spirit and teamwork in an organization. If you don't be humane in your organization and be concerned about the employees to a certain extent, so the organization cannot work well. So you need to create best interpersonal relationships depending on different reasons which are being stated here. So that is where the team spirit and the teamwork goes on in the organization. Interiorizing or self-management. The manager is first a man and then a manager. So the manager should first learn to manage and control himself. Without self-management and control, how can he manage and control others? The first need is to understand and know himself. This is a course in the subjective system of management. So basically, first when you are yourself composed and controlled, you can provide a good management association with the employees and run the organization well. Because the manager is a link between the employees and the senior management, so he himself should be self-composed. Then the next part is self-introspection. We have to embark upon self-study, self-analysis and self-criticism to locate areas of friction and disharmony. We should prepare a balance sheet of our own strengths and weaknesses. Our mind and heart may indicate weak spots. By regular introspection, we would find out solution to problems so that the concerned parts of our being can be persuaded and guided to play the desired role. When we do self-introspection or the self-analysis, everybody has some weaknesses and some strengths. So you can work upon the weaknesses, find the solutions, or maybe find the weaknesses at the first point if you do self-introspection. So doing the self-introspection or regular introspection leads to finding out the solution to few problems which every human being might have, and that is where they stop him from working well with the other employees. So that is where self-introspection is very necessary. Brain stilling or decision making in silence. The Western management resorts to brainstorming, that is loud thinking by managers for decisions to solve management problems. The Indian Insight advocates a better alternative in the form of brain stilling. For rational and enduring decisions, silent mind is a much more effective medium to get sound and lasting solution to all management problems. By this method, the manager and his employees come into contact with the inner mind or higher consciousness for arriving at proper solution to their minds. So this is where brain stilling or decision making in silence, because sometimes when you are in a team and asking for solutions to the problem as is done in the Western management, it leads to a solution, but sometimes the solutions are maybe not perfect or to the point or concerned with everybody's problems. But maybe when you are doing it by sitting in a silence or away from all the sounds, then your decisions are perfect and takes every particular aspect into picture, and then you finally decide. So this is what is Indian ethos in management. Then next you have stepping back. The stepping back or drawing back into yourself is another device of learning to go deep within and look. You can remain quiet and call on the inner consciousness, force and wait for a while for an answer. Then you know exactly what to do. Remember therefore that you cannot receive the answer before you are very peaceful. The stepping back from a situation for a while enables you to control and even master the situation. When you have a problem to solve, when you are caught in a difficulty, try this method. Never decide anything, never speak a word, never throw yourself into action without stepping back. Sometimes when there is a problem and we immediately rush to solutions or give some or the other decisions, the decisions can be wrong. So sometimes when you are not peaceful or at peace, or your mind is not silent or at peace, you don't give right decisions. So stepping back or drawing back yourself into your own or for your own self is quite good, and then when you are at peace, then you can decide upon the few actions which needs to be taken. Self-dynamizing meditation. A dynamic meditation is meditation of transforming lower consciousness into higher consciousness. Hence we call it transforming meditation. It opens the third eye of wisdom through insight. Through meditation in a silent and calm mind, you are able to contact this center or higher consciousness. This is called consciousness approach to management, a process of within to without management. The management and workers must have absolute faith or trust on the Supreme's infinite power. Our inner being has the true knowledge. It says, I know. I cannot give reasons, but I know. So that is where the meditation of our inner conscious can help you take the correct decisions or have a peaceful and calm mind. When your mind is silent or at peace or calm, then obviously the conscious helps you do the right thing and in the right way. Next is role of intuition or feeling. Intuition is the act of coming to direct knowledge or certainty without reasoning or inferring. It is immediate cognition by the inner mind, and when fully developed is efficient and effective for taking prompt and sound decisions. Intuition skills enable one to cope with confidence, the fluctuating environment, and rapid changes. Faith is prerequisite to develop and realize the power of intuition. You sometimes have a gut feeling that this might work upon or this might not work upon. That is what is called the role of intuition. But first of all, you need to have the power to believe that your intuitions can go right. That is where you take the right decisions. In the scheme of management as per Indian ethos, the inner mind and the inner aspects of man are emphasized, and the inner being has to be developed for manifestation in the physical. In the management process, consciousness is the approach, harmony is the tool, and perfection is the aim. Centralization of authority is meant to diffuse and decentralize functions and the power to perform them. So basically, when you are manifesting for better development, then you obviously get it. Now, there are few insights into Indian ethos. Indian ethos provide that business need not be regarded evil, tainted, and unethical. Business is sacred. It is a matter of attitude, approach, and level of management consciousness. One can do business, make money, earn profit, build a property, and even then it can be managed with due recognition to human and ethical values, and respecting all persons in the enterprise and in the society as human beings. Indian ethos demands subjective management system, giving due importance to virtues like compassion, honesty, cooperation, etc. That is what we have discussed right now in all the slides. So this is all for this part of the presentation. We will complete this topic in the next presentation. So till then, students, goodbye and take care and be safe. Thank you.